Welcome to Cruise News, your daily update on everything happening at sea. Visit cruisenews.io to see today's stories and sign up for email alerts.
Across today's industry updates, we're observing what looks like a definitive editorial and operational shift toward highly immersive travel.
Right.
Cruise lines and, well, media producers too, are deliberately transitioning passengers and viewers from passive observers to active participants.
Yes, active participants.
Exactly.
hmm
And we see this manifesting across several sectors of the industry today, specifically through conservation-focused reef travel, behind-the-scenes documentary access, and significantly expanded European river and land itineraries. Itineraries that really prioritize terrestrial depth over, continuous transit.
We begin with an operational update from Coral Expeditions, which illustrates this shift toward active scientific participation perfectly.
It does.
The company has announced a new 11-night Great Barrier Reef voyage, and this itinerary is scheduled to operate aboard the Coral Discoverer.
Right, which is, it's one of 3 vessels in the Coral Expeditions fleet.
Yes, one of 3. The routing covers a distance of 700 nautical miles. It initiates in Bundaberg and concludes in Cairns.
Okay.
And it has a scheduled departure date of March 31st, 2027.
2027, right. The defining characteristic of this itinerary, though, is its specific operational theme. It's titled Science and Conservation on the Great Barrier Reef. The voyage is structured to integrate marine scientists, conservation practitioners, and project partners directly into the passenger experience.
Which is quite a logistical undertaking.
It is. Jeff Gillies, the Chief Commercial Officer of Coral Expeditions, he addressed this strategy in the announcement. I have his quote here.
Go ahead.
He stated, "This new expedition has been designed to help guests see the Great Barrier Reef as a living, working system."
A living working system. And the itinerary actually begins with a 2-night pre-voyage stay.
Right, before they even get on the ship.
Exactly. It's a 2-night stay at the NRMA Turtle Sands Nature Resort, which is located near Mon Repos. And this specific location is ecologically relevant to the itinerary's theme because it supports the largest population of endangered loggerhead turtles on the Australian mainland.
Wow.
So it's establishing a very clear conservation focus before passengers even board the Coral Discoverer.
Yeah, laying the groundwork. And then, once underway, the vessel navigates a route from the southern coral communities, proceeding through the Whitsundays and continuing up to North Queensland.
Right.
Early stops include Lady Elliot Island and Wistoria Reef. At these locations, the operation heavily incorporates Project Manta.
Right, the research program.
Yes, a multidisciplinary research program that has actually been active since 2007. The research methods employed by Project Manta are rigorous. They involve photo identification, tagging, and genetic sampling.
Okay, so looking at the operational logistics of this voyage, a question naturally arises regarding how a commercial cruise expedition integrates lay passengers into the rigorous data collection of community-based science initiatives, particularly at locations scheduled later in the itinerary, such as Magnetic Island and John Brewer Reef. It requires a specific methodology, I would think, to ensure passenger participation yields viable data without disrupting the actual scientific process.
Well, yes, exactly. The integration relies on highly structured observational tasks. Lay passengers are not, they're not executing the genetic sampling or the physical tagging.
Right, they leave that to the professionals.
Exactly. Instead, they serve as a distributed network for visual data collection.
Okay.
By capturing high-resolution imagery of specific marine life, such as the unique underbelly patterns of manta rays, passengers generate distinct geolocated data points.
I see.
And then these images are processed by the onboard scientists and partnered organizations. So this methodology allows large groups of non-specialists to accelerate the cataloging process.
Without interfering with the complex, specialized procedures handled by the professionals.
Exactly right.
Now, following that methodology, the stop at John Brewer Reef also includes a visit to the Museum of Underwater Art. This installation operates at the intersection of disciplines. It utilizes submerged sculptures to connect visual art directly to marine science and conservation awareness.
Fascinating.
And from there, the routing proceeds through the Cumberland Group with designated stops at Scawfell and Brampton Islands.
Right, and the itinerary then schedules time at Yamakutta and Thetford Reefs. The activities here extend well beyond recreational swimming.
It's not just a beach break.
No. Passengers conduct snorkeling excursions led by guides, focusing on actively observing reef health. Following these water sessions, passengers engage in structured discussions with onboard specialists.
To analyze what they just saw.
Exactly, to analyze the ecological conditions they just observed, contextualizing the localized health of the reef within the broader marine system.
Moving on to the northern leg of the voyage, it features a sunset event at Dunk Island, which is then followed by a critical operational stop at Port Douglas. This port call is designed specifically to provide access to the Forever Reef project, which is an initiative spearheaded by the organization Great Barrier Reef Legacy.
Yes, and the Forever Reef project manages a publicly accessible living coral biobank.
A biobank.
A living coral biobank. The facility's inventory includes live coral fragments, tissue samples, and genetic material. The operational purpose of this biobank is to preserve the biodiversity of the reef.
Maintaining a secure genetic repository.
Right, a repository that can be utilized for future research and active restoration projects. Integrating a facility of this nature into a commercial cruise itinerary really underscores the transition we were talking about, from observational tourism to educational immersion.
Absolutely. And to understand the geographic and logistical scope of this itinerary, it's necessary to look at the factual scale of the marine park itself.
The scale is massive.
It is. Established in 1975, the Great Barrier Reef Marine Park covers 344,000 square kilometers.
344,000.
Yes. It encompasses 99% of the Great Barrier Reef World Heritage Property, which was inscribed by UNESCO in 1981. The system extends 2,300 kilometers along the coast. It contains over 2,900 individual reefs and roughly 1,000 islands and cays.
So navigating a 700 nautical mile transect of that system requires highly specialized interpretation.
It does.
Which the line is addressing by bringing coral reef specialist Dr. Dean Miller on board as a guest lecturer for the Voyage.
Okay, Dr. Dean Miller.
Yes. And regarding the commercial availability of this sailing, Coral Expeditions did not publish pricing details alongside the itinerary announcement.
Good to note. Now, this transition from surface-level observation to deep operational immersion, it's also reflected in how the cruise industry is being documented and presented to the public.
Yes, a totally different sector.
Right. Prime Video has announced the upcoming release of a new cruise documentary series titled Grand Voyages.
Grand Voyages.
The series is scheduled to premiere on August 1st, 2026, and it will be available on the streaming platform in both the United States and the United Kingdom.
The production is managed by Media Sparks Entertainment. That's a Los Angeles-based company. And it was developed by co-creators and producers Stacey Parks and Jennifer Scully.
Okay.
The editorial focus of the series really deviates from traditional travelogues by securing below-deck operational access.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, capturing the mechanical and logistical realities of the vessels alongside the beautiful destination footage. Stacey Parks outlined this approach, and she stated, "We wanted to innovate on the traditional cruise travel series to give viewers an immersive experience."
And looking at the structure, the first season is a 3-episode release. It establishes specific combinations of geographic destination coverage and internal vessel access.
Right.
Episode 1 is titled Slow Traveling Venice, and it documents operations aboard Uniworld river vessel La Venezia.
Okay, La Venezia.
And it's worth pointing out that the title of this premiere episode, Slow Traveling Venice, directly mirrors a broader industry trend toward prolonged, deliberate destination engagement.
It absolutely does.
It highlights a pacing strategy that prioritizes localized depth over rapid regional transit.
Yes, and the series then contrasts that river experience with ocean operations. Episode 2, titled Norwegian Fords, focuses on Holland America Liners Rotterdam.
Okay.
This stands as the sole ocean cruise episode of the first season.
Got it.
And then the finale, Episode 3, returns to the inland waterways with an installment titled Riverside Revel. This episode covers a transit of France's Rhone and Saône rivers aboard the Riverside Revel vessel.
Now, while the first season is set for that August 2026 premiere, Media Sparks Entertainment has confirmed that Season 2 is actually already in production.
Oh, already?
Yes, targeting a debut in the fourth quarter of 2026, though an exact premiere date for the second season has not been announced yet.
Okay.
The planned features for the upcoming season include coverage of the Windstar Legend operating in Portugal, Spain, and France, as well as the Roald Amundsen navigating Alaska's Inside Passage. Furthermore, the producers noted plans to expand the series format to encompass both yacht and expedition voyages in future installments.
Well, the deliberate pacing highlighted by the slow-traveling concept in that documentary series, it aligns directly with strategic itinerary adjustments happening in the commercial sector right now.
It really does.
For instance, Scenic Group recently opened early access for its 2028 Europe River cruise season.
2028, okay.
Yes. This preliminary phase grants travel advisors access to departure dates and suite categories prior to the general consumer release.
And the structural updates to these itineraries demonstrate a clear operational shift.
They do.
Elizabeth Sattler, the vice president of river cruising at Scenic Group, summarized the strategy. She stated, "For 2028, we've reimagined some of our most popular river and land itineraries to provide longer stays, new destination pairings, and expanded extension options."
And the practical application of this strategy is evident in the updates to their spectacular South of France itinerary. The route traditionally operates between Lyon and Tarascon. But for 2028, Scenic has expanded the routing further upstream to Chalon-sur-Saône.
Chalon-sur-Saône.
Yes, which is a logistical adjustment that provides direct access to the surrounding Burgundy region.
Right. And analyzing the pacing of this revised French itinerary reveals a fundamental structural shift in cruise operations.
A major shift.
The schedule integrates 6 overnight port stays and 2 late departures into a single itinerary.
Wow, 6 overnights.
6 overnights. This configuration prioritizes deep onshore cultural immersion over continuous river transit. It's effectively utilizing the vessel as a stationary luxury hotel in the center of French municipalities for extended durations.
Right, rather than constantly moving. And this extended time in port supports the continuation of Scenic's and rich cultural events and their free choice activities.
Okay.
By remaining docked, the operation can facilitate comprehensive onshore programs. This includes guided e-bike tours, specialized wine tastings, local cooking classes, and extended market visits that require early morning or late evening access.
Which you simply can't do if the ship is departing at 4 p.m. every day.
Exactly.
And this emphasis on extended immersion continues well beyond the river transit. We see it evidenced by Scenic's detailed roster of land extensions for the 2028 season.
Yes.
The company has structured specific geographic pairings to connect with their river departures. This includes a 4-day French Riviera expansion that connects to the Rhône and Saône itineraries.
Okay.
And that features a contracted stay at the Fairmont Monte Carlo.
Ah, the Fairmont Monte Carlo. And the terrestrial expansion is particularly robust in their 5-day Grand Castles of the Loire program,
Right.
which is designed to connect with the Seine and Bordeaux cruise itineraries. This extension executes a highly detailed survey of French historical architecture.
Very detailed.
Yes. The itinerary mandates visits to 5 distinct locations.
Okay, what are they?
It includes the extensive gardens, the Château de Villandry, the Royal Château de Blois, Château de Chenonceau, Château de Chambord, and Château de Clos-Lucé in Amboise.
So, facilitating access to 5 properties of this historical and architectural magnitude within a single post-cruise extension.
It's a lot to organize.
It is. It clearly demonstrates the industry's commitment to profound terrestrial heritage exploration.
Absolutely.
The extension roster also features a 4-day Brittany program connecting to the Seine itineraries, and that's focused specifically on navigating the region's coastline and its Celtic heritage.
Nice.
Additionally, passengers booking selected departures of the Gems of the Danube cruise can utilize a new 3-day Munich extension.
A Munich extension, okay?
Yes, which covers Bavarian culture and facilitates access to the surrounding old towns.
And Scenic has also significantly expanded its standalone land programs and city stays for 2028. For example, the majestic Britain and Ireland land journey has been modified to include added time in Galway,
Oh, wonderful.
plus 2 full nights stationed in Donegal, and a dedicated visit to the Giant Hess Causeway on the northern coast.
The 13-day iconic Switzerland land journey incorporates complex rail logistics to facilitate its depth.
Rail logistics, right?
The itinerary features accommodations at the Kempinski Palace, Engelberg, near Mount Titlis, 2 nights in St. Moritz, and a newly added overnight stay in Montreux on Lake Geneva.
Okay.
And to connect these alpine locations, the program schedules full-day journeys on both the Glacier Express and the Bernina Express.
Wow.
So it's integrating Switzerland's specialized rail infrastructure directly into the land tour.
That's a huge operational step. Further expanding the portfolio, Scenic is offering an Eastern Europe Explorer program engineered to connect with the 8-day Gems of the Danube cruise. To support a la carte customization, the 2028 blueprint introduces dedicated, multi-day city stays in Budapest, Amsterdam, Paris, and Vienna.
Now, the initial announcement from Scenic Group detailing this 2028 early access period did not specify the commercial
Right,
fares.
no pricing yet.
Nor did it define the exact date when the transition from early advisor access to general public release will occur. So that remains to be seen.
Synthesizing today's updates reveals a cohesive industry trajectory.
It does.
This widespread operational shift toward deep immersion, whether we're talking about physical interaction with coral biobanks and the Great Barrier Reef, transparent documentary access to maritime engineering, or the structural expansion of extended chateau tours and multi-night port stays.
All of it.
Right, all of it indicates that baseline passenger expectations for standard cruise itineraries are undergoing a permanent reset.
Thanks for listening to Cruise News. Visit cruisenews.io to catch up on the latest updates and sign up for free email alerts.